Hello students, I am Yogita. Welcome you to this learning session. Our subject is psychiatry nursing and we are continuing a learning of substance use disorder. So today our topic is ADS. What do you mean by ADS? Alcohol dependent syndrome. So with the word itself you will easily understand. Today we are going to learn about ADS, alcohol dependent syndrome. That means a person who is depending on alcohol. This is the condition what we are going to learn today. Now, before we learn the condition, let us know little about alcohol. What is alcohol? Now, alcohol it is a clear liquid. Which color? It's a clear color liquid, and with the taste of what's the taste of alcohol? Yes, burning taste. A burning taste of alcohol, and this alcohol will rapidly absorb in the bloodstreams. And some studies says that the absorption of alcohol in blood it will be little slow when there will be a food content in your stomach. And so many theories says that the amount of alcohol consumption how badly it will affect on your health, and if you take 500 mg into 100 ml, that will be a toxic to your body. That means khalas, dead. But now we can see many people in our society, they may drink more than 500 per day. Some may drink without adding water, dry, what we call it as dry. Okay, now they are not going to die. Now it's because that one thing is mercy of God, that they have a still long life to live, but still they don't understand that. And a very important reason is the tolerance is depending on now the symptoms will change depending on your tolerance capacity of your body. Okay. Now, this is what about alcohol. Now, ADS means here the person is completely depending on a substance called alcohol. What is the reason? We discussed in last class psychological factors, social factors, economic factors, your behavioral factor. Many factors will influence a person so that he may start taking alcohol. We learned in previous videos. Please check with the previous videos. In detail, we learn the etiology. What will be the etiology for substance use? Now, what is a clinical feature of a person with ADS? A major clinical feature, what we can see, malaise, tiredness, not interested, untreated wounds. Even if they get hurt in injuries, they are not bothered to go for the treatment. As well as poor memory, poor insight. Person is having a nutritional deficiency. They are not taking proper food, so nutritional deficiency. Tendency for craving, that means people such alcoholic patient, they may tend to drink a substance which has got little alcohol content like sanitizer or in turpentine, such kind of items. Poor memory, poor attention, concentration, low personal hygiene, and no proper communication, no proper family functioning system, very poor performance at work. We can see all these features in a patient. Now, how we can diagnose? Definitely with the detailed history collection of a patient, physical examination, mental states examination, as well as based on ICD-10 criteria, we can see the clinical features, and definitely with some blood investigation, we can see the content of alcohol in their blood. So we can make out that yes, person is a alcohol dependent person. Yes. Now, what are the diseases we can see when the person is completely depending on this alcohol? So here we can see some disorders which is related because of continuous alcohol use. Acute intoxication, withdrawal symptom, alcohol induced amnestic syndrome, alcohol induced psychotic disorder. Acute intoxication, that means this will take place when immediately after taking the alcohol or within 30 minutes of consumption of this alcohol, person is exhibiting some symptoms like unsteady gait, nausea, vomiting, like irritable, increased psychomotor behavior, or some kind of agitation. We can see like unsteady gait, they are not able to stand properly. See, you might have seen the alcohol person, he will be like this only. See, unsteady gait. See, these all things we can note immediately when they take the alcohol. Withdrawal symptoms. Now, withdrawal symptoms can happen when the person is absent from taking the alcohol. Now, the person is a alcohol person, drunkard from a long period of time. Now, immediately when they stop taking the alcohol, absent from the substance, or else he has taken decreased amount of alcohol. In that case also these withdrawal symptoms can happen. Now here simple withdrawal and delirium tremors can seem. Now simple withdrawal symptoms are like nausea, vomiting, malaise, person is feeling unsteady gait, all those things. Delirium tremors, we can see that person is having tremors in their hand, they are not able to manage the things, they feel that they're completely psychologically depending on the substance, and we can see the person is trying to catch some objects, imaginary objects. This way they will behave, nothing will be there. These people, patients are trying to hold something, imaginary objects. And patient will have poor personal hygiene, poor attention, poor concentration, hallucination kind of behaviors can be seen. Next is alcohol induced amnestic syndrome. Alcohol induced amnestic syndrome, which is related to your memory functioning. Amnesia means loss of memory, can see with the patient who is depending on alcohol. Like Wernicke syndrome and Korsakoff syndrome. Now Wernicke syndrome means here person is having some cerebral injury, palsy of sixth cranial nerve, mental confusion and peripheral neuropathy. In Korsakoff syndrome, person is having impairment of memory, disorientation, confusion and impaired insight. Then next is alcohol induced psychotic disorder. Now here patient may develop alcohol induced depression, alcohol induced psychotic behavior, alcohol induced dementia, alcohol induced suicidal behavior, alcohol induced anxiety disorder, alcohol induced personality disorder. See, so many condition is developed with the patient when he is under influence of this alcohol substance. Now how we can treat the patient? How we can treat? Mainly we have to go with the medication to control this substance, and along with that we need to go for a supportive treatment. We can provide psychotherapy, behavioral therapy, individual therapy and some recreation therapy, measures to prevent the patient from relapse. All this we can do. But very important, alcohol deterrent therapy. Alcohol deterrent therapy. Now here we are using certain drug as a deterrent to wash out and bring the dirty things out from your body, like that. Deterrent means like a detergent, how a detergent is used to put on a dirty cloth and wash it nicely and make the cloth clean, same like that we are using here alcohol deterrent therapy. Now what's the drug of choice in case of alcohol deterrent therapy? Here disulfiramine. Disulfiramine is a drug of choice in case of alcohol deterrent therapy. Now how this disulfiramine work? Now this disulfiramine, when you take, that will dissolve in your bloodstreams in body, and it will be there in the bloodstreams. One minute. And now this disulfiramine, it's an aldehyde dehydrogenase inhibitor substance. Now it will interferes with the metabolism of alcohol. Now what happened? Person is already taken disulfiram tablet, as how I said, it will be there in the blood. Now person, when he take the alcohol will contain ethanol. Now what happened? Fight between ethanol and disulfiramine. So here disulfiramine ethanol reaction will take place. So immediately a patient will show the adverse effect, like patient start with the vomiting, nausea, giddiness, confusion, disorientation, malaise. See, so many complaints will arise. Now this can happen within 30 minutes of consumption of alcohol. So this is what called alcohol deterrent therapy, disulfiramine therapy, as how we are doing. Now what is the dosage of medication we can give? Now beginning, we'll start with 500 mg of tablet for 2 weeks orally. Later we can give 250 mg of maintenance dose. This is the way we can give. But thing is that how you will take care of your patient during disulfiramine therapy, that's very important. Like now see, when the patient is taking disulfiramine, he has to give a full advice regarding the medication. Consent must be taken. He must be explained this therapy, because even after taking medication, if they take any alcohol substance, they are going to develop with the side effects, that vomiting, nausea, many complaints that will arise. So explain the family regarding these complaints. Now advise the patient not only alcohol, don't take any carbonate substance, carbonate with drinks like Coca-Cola. They're not supposed to do that. Advise the patient not to go for long drive or not to drive the vehicle. He may have any mental confusion or disorientation, chances to meet with the accident and die. Okay, then what else they can do? Advise them to have some tag that to their hand that this patient is on alcohol deterrent or disulfiramine therapy. Advise them not to take any medication or not to take, like, see, when they definitely when they take medication, the side effects, they're going to meet another doctor and they're taking medication, that will be really worsen the problem. Sometimes you can see in a society, like, wife want to give medication to the husband, stop drinking, then she may give without patient knowledge. Now patient will take the medication without his knowledge, maybe mixed with the food or something. Then when he take the alcohol, he develop all these complaints. Actually that is a disulfiram ethanol reaction side effects what happening, but he will go to the another doctor and take the medication. So these all things will create a lot of problem. So you need to give a proper education to your patient as well as patient family. Also, you see that they are taking that dose accordingly as how it is prescribed by the doctor. That's very important. Also provide some group therapy, supportive therapy, psychological motivation therapy, everything to the patient so that they feel little fit and fine. Very important that we can join some AA meetings, Alcohol Anonymous group, so that they will be having a constant support or motivation from the group so that they are able to keep themselves away from the substance. It can happen, they can keep themselves away from the substance for a certain duration, but chances are there for relapse, again they fall into the same problem. So AA group will help them. Always we should have some motivational interview, motivational speech to the patient. So all these will help us so that we can manage the patient with ADS. Now along with that, we can do certain nursing interventions like assess the condition of a patient, check the vital signs, check for any suicidal ideas, check for any psychotic symptoms, because based on the symptoms we can provide a medication. Provide psychological support to the patient. You see that you improve his friend circle. You provide a group activity to a patient, group therapy, so that he learn himself to how to involve in the group, how you develop a assertive training technique to the patient so that how firmly he can say no when someone will offer a drink to him. Train that, motivate the patient, and provide a psychological support to the patient so that emotionally they will never feel that they are low. Enhance the self esteem and confidence of a patient. Also keep the patient in your close supervision. In hospital, keep the patient in close supervision, because anytime chances are there that patient may tend to commit suicide, harm any other person because of this hallucination effect. Chances are there. So we need to keep them in a close supervision. Do some blood investigation to check out what's the level of alcohol, other chemical imbalance in their body. So these all things can help us to manage the patient with ADS. I hope you understood. Please follow the video so that in rest class we can study about other substance use disorders. Keep studying. Take care of yourself. I'll see you in next class. Thank you to all.